Unbeaten Maquan Williams squared off against Will Canonico Brito in a scheduled 8-round super lightweight matchup.
Upset-minded, he's a southpaw, and Gabe, I've worked a couple.
Williams, however, needed only 3 rounds to stop his opponent and retained his unbeaten record.
Let's try to come back stronger in the 4th round. Maquan Williams!
9!
And it's over! A KO for Maquan Marvelous Williams! Hall of Fame weekend KO! Woo!
Edco Essuman challenged Owen Cooper for his WBO European welterweight title.
Opponent, a successful.
The action-packed fight saw both men go toe-to-toe from the opening bell, trading heavy punches.
His career.
Maybe feeling the pace a little bit, I don't know.
Little no-look Essuman, which kind of tells us that the pressure.
In the 6th round, Essuman floored Cooper with a flurry of hard shots.
Cooper is in deep trouble, he's gone. The little salvo, just past the midway point from it.
However, Cooper rose to his feet and gamely fought back before returning the favor in the 9th round with a wicked right hand.
Going forward, there it is, right hand! That nearly cleaned Essuman out of the ring and all.
Essuman also showed great heart as he climbed back to his feet and returned to knock Cooper out in the 10th and final round.
And now Essuman responds, and it's Cooper who's backed away to the corner, and Cooper is down, and it is over. Essuman finds more at the start of the 10th round, a salvo which Owen Cooper could not answer. It's a great victory for Echo Essuman in the corner where he's really so.
There are other notable knockouts in 2024 worth mentioning. Here are some of them.
One more in him as we're in the final minute of the fight.
Certainly trying, TJ. He's certainly looking for that.
On demand, Levitsky hits the mat. Trinidad puts him to the canvas.
Lovely left hand. What a shot. So similar to what he did in his professional debut. And the referee taking up the count here, but it's a very...
Sólidos, certeros, me gustó.
Sí, y otra vez a tratar de mandarle a la derecha. Vio resultado. Knockout defensivo de Omar Chávez. No se le esperaba. Un golpe volado durísimo.
She with a good shot and he goes down hard. There's the power. That is a monster shot. And it'll need to be made of something else here. Isaiah.
Oh, nasty shot! My God! So, my God, it's over, dude. There's no reason to even count him. He's out. He's in another dimension. Help him out.
Featherweight title. Can start again by Gomez, and Baker is down. And the referee takes up the call, and Baker is badly hurt at the start of the second half of the contest. It's to survive in round 6. Big attack from Gomez Jr., who promised that one of them was getting stopped. And that man will be Kane Baker. Referee Mark Lyson has seen enough. And what a dramatic, sudden, brilliant finish from Michael Gomez Jr., retaining his English super featherweight title. It looked like it was going to be so tough through the second half. Dig him down. What a cheer for
And it's Scott who comes up from that 10 count. Watch his hands go. And a big left hand. And the referee is waving it off. Christopher Diaz, welcome.
Japanese Tyson Koki challenged South Korean Deok No Yoon for his WBO Asia Pacific Super Middleweight title. With barely a minute into the fight, No Yoon connected with a sharp combination that sent Koki to the canvas. The challenger struggled to get back up and appeared to be on unsteady legs. This prompted No Yoon to go after his wounded prey to finish him off. However, Koki surprisingly turned the tide and knocked the champion out cold with a hard counter. Ashton H2O Sylvie and Lucas Body squared off in a scheduled 10-round lightweight bout.
H2O Sylv in the black and blue trunks.
Sylvie dominated the fight from the outset, using his incredible hand speed and footwork to pummel Body at will.
If those two square off, that will be
a guy that's 10 years younger than him, so he feels, he's the
feinting and stuttering. You don't want to make a mistake and get hit with something that
you're just going to step on the gas.
After the first 5 rounds, Silva was winning according to all the judges' scorecards. But in round 6, Silva got too comfortable, and this happened.
Good right from Body. Another one! Oh my God! Knockout of the year contender! Lucas Prince Body has just eviscerated Ashton H2O Sylv!
They need to make sure he's okay.
Holy smokes, he was losing every minute of that fight.
Zhilei Zhang and former world champion Deontay Wilder faced off in a 12-round heavyweight scrap. Both men were coming off the back of defeats to former world champion Joseph Parker.
Heavyweight championship of the world, so much.
But in round 5, Zhang handed Wilder yet another devastating defeat in his career. Consequently, Wilder's career appeared to be over.
Deontay Wilder's career! Finished! He's gone! He's not making this count, son!
9.
This fight is finished! It's over!
Cuban Azelis Iglesias defended his IBO super middleweight title against Russian challenger Evgeny Shevchenko.
Mentioned earlier on in the broadcast is genuinely 6'2.5".
The bout lasted less than 1 round as Iglesias produced a scary knockout to retain his title.
Shot again there from Iglesias, finding his rhythm early on, and down goes Shevchenko, and oh my goodness. A horrifying reaction there from Evgeny Shevchenko. And we're gonna wait to qualify this before we are certain that Shevchenko is indeed okay.
In one of the most heavily anticipated fights of 2024, Daniel Dubois made the first defense of his IBF heavyweight champion against former 2-time world champion Anthony Joshua.
Let's go to work. Dubois, here we go!
Dubois came out firing from the first bell as he went after Joshua, bullying the former champion around the ring. At the end of round 1, Dubois connected with a big overhand right that put Joshua to the canvas.
The referee didn't do anything about it. He's down again.
Joshua was saved by the bell, but he had nothing to offer and dropped Joshua again in the 4th round. Joshua tried to get himself back into the fight in the 5th round, but Dubois ended the fight with a knockout to retain his title.
The towel's in. It is over. A dynamic
2024 is one of the best years for boxing so far. We've witnessed exciting matchups, unexpected upsets, and thrilling knockouts. Now is the best time to go over some of the best knockout moments of the year so far. Since 2024 is not over yet, we'll make a second part of this video if there are more spectacular knockouts during this time. In this matchup, young American boxer Terrence Williams took on Argentinian Jonathan Ariel Sosa in a scheduled 6-round bout.
Yeah, we've had Eric recently, a couple months ago, excuse me, he looked fantastic.
However, Williams ended the fight early in the first round with a terrifying knockout.
Good balance and all that. Whoa, what a left hook! And that is it in round number 1. Bad knockout, yikes. That's a
Stiff knockout. Jonathan Ariel Sosa out more than cold, gentlemen.
James McGivern made the first defense of his Celtic lightweight title against Rashid Omar.
Cardiff, very good fighter and has a very good corner there tonight.
The bout, scheduled for 8 rounds, ended abruptly in round 2 after McGivern scored a vicious knockout to retain his title in style.
Oh, that was a great shot. Oh, goodness. That was a devastating shot from James McGivern, and I just hope that Rashid Omar is okay, because he face planted the canvas there, and that was a really, really bad knockdown. He doesn't know where he is. He's trying to get himself up, and we just need to...
Following a split decision draw, Fabio Wardley and Fraser Clark met in an immediate rematch for the British, Commonwealth, and WBA Continental heavyweight titles.
Versus Fabio Wardley. Here we go.
With only a minute left in round 1, Wardley stunned Clark with an overhand right.
What happens when he lands? Wardley!
Sensing that the end was near, Wardley went after Clark and finished him off, leaving no question who the better fighter was.
He's composure now, Wardley.
Oh! They call this round 13. They're taking it where they left off, and down goes Clark. Shoot hands. He doesn't look good. He looks terrible. It's over.
Overhand right from Wardley, and you can see it scrambled the senses of Fraser Clark. The legs were there, and you felt here he may just slightly have recovered. He was trying to fire back with a little left hook, the right uppercut. Then there was another right hand that completely took everything away from Fraser Clark, and you could see the eyes there, and
he gets a free shot when he turned on the corner.
2016 Colombian Olympian Juan Carrillo put his unbeaten record on the line against veteran Quinton Rankin in a 10-round light heavyweight matchup.
Here in Verona, New York, with Rankin.
After an uneventful first 2 rounds, Carrillo came out strong in the 3rd round and ended the show with a knockout.
Oh, shot there from Carrillo, and down goes Rankin. Rankin up at the last possible second, but that is it. The right decision from the referee.
Following an impressive debut performance against Tyson Fury, former UFC heavyweight champion Francis Ngannou took on Anthony Joshua in his 2nd professional bout.
Champion and the man who dropped Tyson Fury in his boxing debut.
Ngannou appeared confident from the outset and came out looking to trade with Joshua. However, Joshua took Ngannou to school before dropping him with a straight right hand at the end of round 1.
Oh, AJ touched him and he went down. 3, 4. He's hurt.
Once Ngannou tasted Joshua's power, he became more cautious. Unfortunately for Ngannou, there was nowhere to run from Joshua's power. Ngannou was dropped for the 2nd time in round 2, and as soon as he rose to his feet, Joshua finished the fight with a brutal knockout.
Incredible!
Anthony Joshua.
Young lightweights Daniel Garcia and Daniel Lugo squared off in a scheduled 6-round bout.
Going the boy after fighting on a couple of their cards. He's got the sip.
Both men met at the center of the ring and looked to establish dominance, but just over a minute left in the 1st round, Garcia found a home to a crushing shot to earn a 1st-round knockout.
Ooh, drops him, buckled him. Oh my! And he's done. He's not getting up. He's not getting up. And it is over. A 1st-round KO for Garcia!
Man, that was a hell of a right hand.
Denzel Bentley defended his WBO International Middleweight title against Derek Osaze.
Green. Remember, he's ranked number 2 in the WBO, and there will be another.
Bentley had trouble trying to figure out the challenger in the opening round. But once the champion found his rhythm in round 2, the fight was soon over as Bentley put Osaze to sleep.
Osaze. Oh, what a shot. Denzel Bentley has the equalizer. That's finished the job already. Just like against Danny Dignam, out of nowhere. Denzel Bentley detonates the dynamite and stays firmly on course.
Louis Crocker and Jose Felix squared it off for the vacant WBO Intercontinental Welterweight Championship. Following a slow start, the fight exploded into life in the 4th round. Crocker unleashed a series of clubbing punches that put Felix on the canvas. Felix somehow managed to hang in there until the end of the round, but the fight won't last much longer as Crocker stepped on the gas in the 5th round to produce a knockout.
Looking so strong. Tremendous finish. Brilliant timing from Louis Crocker. The referee takes up the count. Will he get to his feet again for a second time? We thought he couldn't do first time round. And this time, Marcus McDonald pulled it all over. And celebrations for Louis Crocker and his team.
Following his first career loss to Dennis McCann, Brad Strand returned to the ring to face off against Nicaraguan journeyman Marvin Solano.
Seconds out, round 1.
Well, round 1, and the last time we saw Brad Strand was...
Strand had no trouble against Solano as he easily controlled the fight and dictated the pace of the action. However, Strand was unable to put the tough Nicaraguan away until the final seconds of the 6th round.
Oh, yeah! Oh, wow!
Brad Strand. Oh! And we keep talking about not looking for it, letting it come off to good work.
Oh, proper smiling here.
And that is the sort of shot which he would...
In the matchup between undefeated super lightweights, Luis Feliciano and Myquan Williams met for the WBA Continental title.
All right, let's keep it clean. Questions?
Good luck, guys.
With our main event of the evening, it's time to fight.
Williams, who looked sharp from the start, sent Feliciano down with a series of hard shots in the 2nd round. Feliciano jumped back to his feet, only to be floored immediately. To his credit, Feliciano managed to survive the onslaught that followed the 2nd knockdown. However, Feliciano had no answer for Williams' hand speed and was eventually knocked out midway into the 6th round.
Right hand, and down he goes!
Speed kills, guys.
This one's going to be hard to recover from.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
And it's all over!
Good stoppage.
Former 2-time light heavyweight champion Jean Pascal faced Terry Ozias for the WBO NABO Cruiserweight Championship. The 41-year-old former champion appeared tentative against Ozias in the early rounds. But as the rounds progressed, the punch output of the unbeaten Ozias began to drop significantly. Pascal ended the fight early into the 10th and final round with a one-punch knockout.
Jean-Pascal surprend tout le monde.
Jean-Pascal, encore une fois, défie.
Former British and Commonwealth super middleweight champion Mark Heffron made a comeback after his loss to Jack Cullen to face Ukrainian journeyman Serhiy Senzov. Heffron annihilated his opponent with a brutal 2nd round knockout. Dustin Williams defended his WBA International Middleweight title against Armel Mabumbayasa.
The Democratic Republic of Congo, now in Germany, could hardly have...
Williams was dominant from the start as he gradually broke Mabumbayasa down.
Little by little.
And Bill
has a big over right hand right.
Ooh, what a straight left right down the middle. It actually hurt. And Bumba going on the charge. Trying to finish.
Mabumbayasa went down in round 6, but he showed great heart and managed to survive until the end of the round.
He won on his own, and now Mabumbayasa goes down for the first time in the contest. Bravely.
However, Williams continued from where he left off in round 6 and dropped Mabumbayasa late in the 7th round to win the fight.
Experience for Emma. Right down the middle.
Beautiful shot from Austin Emma Williams, and that is enough. The brave resilience of Armel Mabumbayasa is broken.
In a battle between former light heavyweight world title challengers Radivoje Kalajic and Sullivan Barrera met for the WBA Continental North America light heavyweight title.
Here we go. It's time.
Kalajic started well, working behind the jab and causing a swelling around Barrera's right eye by the end of the 2nd round. In round 3, Kalajic dropped Barrera to the canvas. Barrera got to his feet quickly, but struggled to find his footing in the contest and was eventually knocked out in the 10th round.
Could have forced a stoppage.
That eye looks worse. It is all over. Kalajic has finished Barrera in the 10th and final round. Beeble did it in the 12th and final round. Kalajic gets his 21st finish tonight.
Australian boxers Michael Haywood and Les Piper met in a scheduled 5-round middleweight bout.
Right-handers, we are scheduled for 5 3-minute rounds this contest.
However, Haywood ended things early with a knockout at the end of round 2.
Really good hook. That wobble, legs, and he's starting to feel the pinch here. He's just taking a big shot in.
It's over.
Yeah,
the towel is in, and the towel is in because Piper is out.
Jimmy Saints and Alejandro Avalos squared off in a scheduled 4-round bout.
Early action then.
There was no feeling out process in the fight as both men came out swinging.
Against the wild-looking Alejandro Avalos, Darren Barker alongside me.
Do that, Mike. I think the jab is so important to establish a time.
Barely 30 seconds to go in the opening round, Saints scored a knockdown.
Good variation again.
Avalos jumped back to his feet to continue fighting, but Saints went in for the kill and closed the show.
The opening 3 minutes. The body shots are definitely and he follows up to the head, and surely the referee will wave it off, and he does. Inside the first 3 minutes, a blistering start by Jimmy Saints. Avalos out of shot, needing attention, but gradually getting to his knees, and there's a stool being brought into the ring. Jimmy Saints just took a minute or so to...
Argentina's Guido Emmanuel Schramm squared off against Mexico's Vladimir Hernandez in a scheduled 10-round super welterweight bout.
Window. Time. Hernandez, as the champ said, always fit. And see how he's...
Schramm controlled the distance in the early goings and easily outboxed Hernandez, who was brought in as a late replacement.
I want to have a good chin. So, see, let's score like that.
However, Hernandez overcame the slow start and began to find success in the middle rounds.
Say clean, Jimmy. Yeah, but the headbutts, maybe the referee hasn't seen. They've accepted advantage of that. He had him on the...
Despite not being known as a heavy puncher, Hernandez produced one of the most vicious knockouts of the year in the final seconds of round 6.
Oh! Big left hand there. Oh! I told you. Oh my God. This might be over. He's going to get up. He will not. It is over. Unbelievable performance from Vladimir Hernandez.
Poland's Robert Parzachewski took on Slovakia's Adrian Valentin.
Przekonana, że to będzie ich wieczór, mają
Barzychewski had no trouble against Valentin, whom he battered around the ring for much of the fight before closing the show with a knockout in round 5.
Valentin nie wytrzyma. Jest prawy. Knockout, prawa ręka zdetonowana. Wstał, nalepszony jest nokautowany. Tak, koniec walki, no świetnie się zaprezentował Barzychewski. Lewy, prawy. Prosta akcja, bardzo prosta, ale...
IBF flyweight champion Jesse Rodriguez challenged Mexican veteran Juan Francisco Estrada for his WBC super flyweight title. The younger challenger used his superior speed and power to trouble Estrada, but the champion relied on his experience to deal with the early pressure well. In round 4, Rodriguez scored a knockdown with a straight left hand.
Nice uppercut, and the left lower's got it, Estrada! What a shot, straight down the pipe, beautiful left.
And seemed to be on his way to imminent victory.
El Gallo on the floor for the first time.
However, Estrada came back in round 6 to send Rodriguez down to the canvas for the first time in his career.
Down goes Bam! Are you kidding me?
But the back and forth ended suddenly in round 7 with a vicious body shot from Rodriguez.